host for Hands on Harwich. Today we're interviewing John Rendon, who is our Harbormaster here in Harwich. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
John, one of the things that people want to know is, first of all, what does the Harbormaster do?
Well, quite a bit. We obviously manage our harbors. Here in Harwich, as you know, we have 3 harbors, Saquatucket, Witchmere, and Allen Harbor, plus we have the Herring River, and we have Long Pond. So, you know, we manage it from the permitting perspective, slip and offloading permits, mooring permits, and what is most important to me and what takes priority in my mind is public safety. So we have a ready response to assist any vessels that get themselves into trouble out there on the water. And we manage moorings and our aids to navigation. So we set swim buoys out and channel markers out.
What is a swim buoy?
A swim buoy is a marker that we have out off of our beaches that indicates an area that's about 150 feet off of the shoreline, telling boaters that they need to stay away. You know, you don't want them getting anywhere closer to that area because you got swimmers in the water. So it's a safety marker.
Okay, and after the swim buoy, as I recall, it's a no wake.
Correct. And then we have no wake buoys that are within our channels for boaters as they're entering or exiting port. They need to go clutch ahead, which is really 5 miles per hour, no greater than, so that they're not causing a wake that can, you know, get boats to bang against docks, or if people are in the water, you know, it's just a slow bell coming in and out of port, really.
Now that points out the need for people who have boats to recognize that it's not only a great pleasure to have a boat, but also a responsibility.
Big time, absolutely, it is. You know, everybody should be boating in a responsible and safe manner, not only for their own safety and the safety that of the people who are on their boats, but also other people who are either, you know, on a day sailor or a paddle board or swimming in the water. You know, there's a lot of different users in our waterways, and so, you know, we have to be cognizant of that.
John, I'm going to take a point of personal privilege since I live on Long Pond.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Long Pond and what
Sure.
what amenities are available from the Harbormaster for Long Pond.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great resource for the town, Long Pond. You know, we have a public swimming area there at Fernandes Bog area, which is open to the public. We also, this year, we have some public moorings that we've put in place in 3 different areas.
Where are those areas?
They're at Fernandes Bog, right outside the swim zone.
Mm-hmm.
We have a few moorings over at Cahoon Landing, again outside that designated swim zone. And then we have about 5 moorings on the west end. So this is the first year we've had moorings in place that are open for the public. We had a lottery for the initial assignment of those moorings that was done a couple of months ago at a waterways meeting. And so we made the initial assignments, and then we have wait lists just like we do for our saltwater moorings.
However, those of us who own property on the lake itself,
Yeah.
I believe we're entitled to a certain number of moorings.
Sure. Regulations state that if somebody owns property on the pond and has waterways frontage, they can apply to the Harbormaster Department for up to 2 moorings.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, there's no reason really that they would be turned down as long as they have waterfront property, and there's a $50 permit for those.
For both of them?
For each.
For each one.
That's
okay.
correct.
So, so that would point out to some of the folks that live here who might have company that would bring boats, because Long Pond is a great pond,
Yeah.
and that means that we have reciprocity with New Hampshire, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So people who are coming down from other states to visit us could have access to it, providing that if they know somebody that has frontage and they wanted to moor their boat while they're here.
They can come in and use the pond. There's a ramp. They can utilize the ramp for a fee. They can enjoy the pond. It's not exclusive to Harwich residents. It's open to resident and non-resident. But as far as utilizing a mooring, the person who owns the mooring has a mooring. That mooring is assigned to the boat that's registered in their name, and they're the ones that have are able to utilize that mooring. Not just anybody coming in can use one of
What
those
about
moorings.
these 5 public moorings that you spoke about?
Yeah, there are actually 16 of them in total, and so again, they're assigned to an individual who requested to be part of that lottery, got assigned based upon the lottery that we did, and then that mooring is assigned to them. So we issue mooring permit stickers that goes on the back of the boat, the transom of the boat. And so when we go out to do our enforcement and our checks, if there's a boat on a mooring that doesn't have the permit, then they're subject to violation.
Okay, but in any case, when you say a fee to use the ramp, is that just the parking fee?
It is. It allows them to access the facility, put their boat in the water, and then park their truck and trailer in the lot itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's our freshwater resource.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the ocean.
Sure, sure. We have, you know, I think the waterways of Harwich is what makes it special. I mean, it's just, we have beautiful harbors here. We have various landings. Right here, of course, at Saquatucket, we have a public ramp. We have a public ramp at Allen Harbor. We have a ramp over at Round Cove, which is on the Pleasant Bay side. We have a ramp on Herring River right there at Route 28. And so, you know, all of our ramps are open to the public. Here we have a daily ramp fee of $10 to use our ramp. The boating public can purchase a seasonal ramp pass if they want. That's $100 for the entire season, and that gives them access to all of our ramps. Over at Allen Harbor, we recently had a project done to replace the bulkhead, and we did that with some state grant money. And part of the conditions of that grant money is that it becomes a public access facility. So in years past, the only people who could use that ramp facility is those who purchased a seasonal ramp pass. This year will be a change. They'll be able to pay a daily fee, a $10 daily fee, just like here at Saquatucket, to use that ramp. So that'll open it up to other people.
Okay, now I notice we have, we're at your headquarters, and I notice there's some boats and trailers that are parked here on the parking lot. Do those folks, if they pay the daily ramp fee, do they also have to have a permit to park here?
That ramp fee allows them to use the ramp and park their truck and trailer here, and they'll get a tag from us that they put in their windshield saying that they've paid that fee.
As I look out here, I see a lot of boats on moorings and slips.
Yeah.
How do you get one of those?
You know, it's a significant wait list right now. There's a huge demand for slips in Harwich, as you can imagine. And so, you know, we have 3 different categories of slips here in Saquatucket. We have 20-foot slips, 30-foot slips, and 40-foot slips for various sizes of boats. And so we have 3 different wait lists. If anybody's interested in getting a slip here, you need to come in, fill out an application to get on the wait list, and then you just have to kind of wait. And
what are the restrictions on being qualified to be on the wait list?
there are no restrictions. It's open to the public. It's resident, non-resident. You don't even have to have a boat yet. You'll probably be on the wait list for 10 to 15 years, to be honest. And, you know, so
here we are, 500 miles of coastline on Cape Cod.
Yeah.
And there's a 15-year wait list in what I'd call one of the nicest harbors.
That's correct.
Cape Cod.
Yeah.
Something, isn't it?
It is. It's a significant wait list because it's one of the nicest harbors on Cape Cod. There's a huge demand.
I found out, sort of, off the subject, I found out that Harwich has a tremendous wedding business.
Yeah.
Even more than Chatham.
Yeah, I believe it.
And it has to do with just looking out.
Sure.
At our harbors and just the beauty of everything that's here in Harwich.
There's no question about it.
Good. Okay, now, so we've covered sort of a general kind of a thing. What are some of the, let's say, some of the things you'd want people to have in hand when they come to apply? Let's say for a slip or for, what kind of documentation do they have to have with them when they get, let's say, the daily access fee?
Well, I mean, that's a pretty broad question because there's a lot of different things that go through this office as far as ramp passes or shellfish permits or wait list applications. So if you want to just get on a wait list, you don't need anything. If you know, if you want a seasonal ramp pass, you need to have with you your boat registration, your trailer registration, so we can, you know, track who's got what. So, I mean,
Let's
it just
talk a
it
little bit about
varies.
some of the other great organizations, John, you know, rely upon having great staff members. Can you talk a little bit about the kind of people, not the kind of people, but the people who work for you, what
Yeah.
they do?
Well, I can tell you we got, you know, outstanding folks here working in the Harbormaster Department. I think if you walk the docks here, you'll understand what kind of customer service that our folks provide. You know, we have a very small staff. Of course, Michelle Morris is our executive assistant. She's a full-time employee that works here, and you know, she does a lot of the budget and management of our mooring lists, wait lists, assignments, and she just does, you know, a terrific job for us. Heinz Proft is an assistant harbor master, another full-time employee, but he's in a unique position in that he is a department head as the natural resource director, but also part of his time serves as an assistant harbor master for the harbor master department. So we work real close together. The two departments support each other. You know, he's just a terrific person and great professional in what he does, not only in the aspect of natural resources, but his support of the department as well. And then our other full-time employee is Tom Telesmatic, who is our maintenance officer, does large majority of the maintenance work that we do, that we are required to maintain our docks, our, you know, our buildings, our landings. So again, he just does a terrific job for us. So that's really what our department is made up of from a full-time perspective. And we have a number. Then we have a number of seasonal employees that we hire.
I think kids might be interested in finding out about
Oh yeah, it's terrific work, and you know, we maintain the Harbor Master office during the summer season, really starting Memorial Day through really close to the end of October because of the tuna season.
Mm-hmm.
We staff this office every day, 7 days a week, from 7 in the morning till about 10 o'clock at night. So we have a number of seasonal staff that work really two different types of shifts. The day shifts, and we typically get college aged adults that have some boating experience with the expectation of being able to jump on our boats and go do, you know, a vessel assist or go do some enforcement or deal with, you know, a maritime issue. And then in the evening we have some older gentlemen who come in and do the night shift and really are here as a radio watch. In the evenings they do some work out on the docks, tracking boats that are in. And so,
while we're on that subject,
sure.
How do you contact the Coast Guard if there's a problem?
Yeah, well, we maintain a radio watch the entire time we're here during our working hours, and we monitor channel 16, which is the hailing in distress frequency, and we monitor our 800 megahertz radio, which is the Harwich Fire and Police. So we're all linked together.
Oh, interoperability.
Interoperability,
Yeah.
we really are, and we have a great relationship with our other public safety departments here in Chatham and the Coast Guard. We train with Coast Guard Station Chatham regularly during the season. We just did a dewatering training yesterday, as a matter of fact, with them.
Dewatering? What is that?
Dewatering, operating dewatering pumps in the event a boat takes on water and we
gotcha.
need to come alongside and dewater and stabilize a boat.
Mm-hmm.
We have the pumps to do that and the training to do that. So, but getting back to staff, you know, we don't have a whole lot of staff. I think we, you know, capitalize upon the skills of each person that we have, and the seasonal staff do terrific work for us as well. So yeah, it's good.
Now you've covered all of the people that work for you?
I've covered all of the permanent and seasonal.
Sounds like you have a lean but not mean people.
We have a lean but very professional group of people.
All right.
Absolutely.
Now, When we come to the end of conversations like this,
Yeah.
there comes one thing, is you're the harbor master. If, what would be one thing you'd want people to take away from your job as a harbor master as to what you want them to know
Yeah.
and hold into their heart?
Yeah, interesting question. Well, you know, my priority is always public safety, maritime public safety. You know, as you probably know, I'm retired Coast Guard, did 25 years in the Coast Guard before taking this job, and you know, so that's kind of the environment that I grew up in, and you know, I've seen some cases out there on the water that ended badly because people didn't pay attention to safety, both vessel safety and their personal actions in boating. So I guess what I'd like to convey to everybody is, you know, make sure you have the proper equipment, make sure you're watching the weather, make sure you know your vessels, and boat safely, consider others, and abide by the regulations that really are in place to ensure the safety of boaters that are out there.
We never lose our responsibility for taking care of ourselves, and that we not only are responsible for ourselves, but the safety of other people by doing what we're supposed to do. I want to thank you, John Rendon,
There you go,
for
Rendon, that's
you know,
right.
as our harbor master, and I want to thank the viewers for watching another edition of Hands on Harwich.
Thank you.